Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of games? The Shadows knows.
Hi, I'm the Shadows Knows and I'm back with another Commodore 64 budget game. Tonight I'm going to play the game Warhawk by Silverbird in 1986. And it's from the 199 range. And I think I have played this before, and I think it's an Uridium clone or something like that. So yeah, what have I talked about in the last video? I don't know, it's about a week ago since I recorded it. So yeah, I think I haven't talked about magazines, computer magazines over here in Germany. Yeah, basically bought two different magazines from the same publishing house. I started buying the 64er, it was called 64er, which was exclusive for the Commodore 64 and later also for the 128. And from the same publishing house there was a magazine called Happy Computer, which was a multi-system magazine. So I did read quite a bit about other systems than the Commodore 64. So yes, I knew about the Amstrad, I knew about the Spectrum, I knew about the MSX machines back in the days. And the Happy Computer magazine also had quite a large game section. Yes, it's a Warhawk. I remember the Uridium clone. And a little bit later on, Happy Computer was split into, not really split. They released a sister magazine called PowerPlay, which was gaming exclusive. I think it was in, I'm not quite sure, either in, I think it was 87 or 88 when PowerPlay was released for the first time. Then I started buying three magazines. I bought the PowerPlay magazine as well. But initially it only lasted for a couple of months, maybe half a year or something like that. Less than a year, I'm pretty sure that it was less than a year. And then it was included as a supplement to the Happy Computer magazine again. So yeah, that's what I bought. Later on it got its own release again, and Happy Computer was closed for some reason I cannot really get, because it was superseded by a PC only magazine. And I had a subscription back in the days from Happy Computer, and I had a subscription for about 1 year. And yeah, they switched to the PC magazine maybe like 3 months after I did the subscription. But it was not too terrible, because not only did I get the very uninteresting new PC magazine, I also got the PowerPlay magazine, and yeah, later on I only renewed the subscription for the PowerPlay magazine. Of course, I had no interest in PC, and especially it wasn't a PC gaming magazine, it was a serious PC magazine. And really, 1989, or when this was, maybe 88, 89, 90, somewhere about this, I really wasn't interested in the PC. My interest in the PC started in, yeah, basically in 1994, when I got my first PC, because I needed a more powerful computer than my Amiga 500. And the Amiga 1200 did not feel like it would be the best choice. It was a hard decision to make, because I really loved the Amiga 500, and but in the end I was very impressed by Microsoft Word for some strange reason. And also I wanted to play Day of the Tentacle, which was not released for the Amiga, so yeah, my decision was clear. And I also thought it was, when it came to buying a new computer, Commodore went bankrupt, so the 1200 did not feel like a future-proof system, and yes, I was right. Not that the PC lasted very long. I think within a year or two I completely replaced it again with a much more powerful machine, but that was PC gaming in the late 90s. You basically spent all your spare money in buying parts for your PC, a better graphics card, a better sound card, a better CPU. Then you needed more RAM, and the RAM didn't fit in the old board. My first PC was a W.A.R local bus one, and yeah, a year later you basically could not buy any new W.A.R machines, so I had to buy a new board for the new CPU with a PCI bus. Also had to buy a new RAM because I started with a 486 at 66 megahertz, which used SIM modules. My first one had 8 megabytes, which was quite a bit back in the days. Standard was 4 megabytes. And I think I'll continue talking about my first PC in the next video. And the music is by Rob Hubbard. That's not a bad thing. But I remember that this game was not as good as Uridium. No autofire. Oh, I can't shoot it. I probably cannot fire fast enough with this joystick with a micro switch as a fire button. Yeah, the older competition pros, which had these switches as a fire button, allowed you to fire much more quickly. Ah, and I like that you don't die right away. Yeah, this is probably a game where you need to have an auto-fire joystick, and I do not like playing with an auto-fire joystick, to be honest. Yeah, it's only the graphics that remind a little of the Uridium. Holy shit! How am I supposed to not get hit by them? Yeah, the graphics remind a little bit of Uridium, but the gameplay doesn't. I mean, for $1.99, it's not a terrible shooter. But my thumb is starting to hurt already. This really cries for an auto-fire joystick. Graphics are pretty ugly, but at least the scrolling is smooth. How am I supposed to dodge them? It's impossible. But I finished the second level again. Yeah, I could see me playing this for a couple of hours as a kid, but not for much longer. Without an autofire joystick, it's very frustrating and very hard on your thumb. Yeah, I'm switching hands. Luckily, over the years I got much better with my left hand, much more skillful than back in the days. Back in the days I would not have been able to swap joysticks. But I once had a job where I worked at the desk where the previous employee was a left-hander, and so the mouse was on the left side of the keyboard, and I was too lazy to swap it to the right side, because I think I had to move my desk a couple of days later anyways. So I worked with the mouse on the left side of the keyboard for like a month. Yes, of course it took longer than expected, but I adapted to that quite quickly. And nowadays I'm still a little bit slower with the mouse when using the mouse with my left hand, but it's okay. When I do this for a couple of minutes, I quite soon get as quick with my left hand as I am with my right hand. This is not a great game. And I haven't seen any power-ups so far. So either I missed them, or there aren't any. And I could really need some. I hate this part. Yeah, you probably could learn the formations. Holy shit. Yeah, using micro switches for the fire buttons was not a great idea. Also, micro switches that fit into the fire buttons are much harder to find than micro switches for the actual joystick. But that's caused by the way the Competition Pro is designed. Holy fuck! No, I'm not going to play this again. That was Warhawk by Silverbird for $1.99. I mean, it's not the worst shooter in the world, but merely average. Even the music by Rob Hubbard is not the greatest in my opinion. But at least it's fluent and fast. But you need an autofire joystick to be able to enjoy this at least a little bit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.